Race number 2, interesting runner lines up in this race, and it's over 1,000 metres. It is a Class 4 with Amazing Rocky placed 7 from 12 course and distance. Sparkling Night has an extra £10 for a senior rider. Team Spirit races well in this grade normally. That interesting runner is Beauty Destiny coming back to the 1,000 metres. Midas Touch beaten favourite at his first start, but it was on a good to yielding track. Super Eagles on a 6-day backup. Strathpeffer, career best run last time, went second behind Sparkling Night, but again it was a rain-affected track. And Great For You has the blinkers off, Nick, and the tongue tie going on.
He certainly does. Let's have a look at the pace, shall we? 1,000 metres, so more than likely they're going to go quick. Great For You is a horse who I think can bounce and jump and get onto the pace. He's made the running in his last couple of starts. Amazing Rocky, the top one, he can race handy. Now, Ellis Wong is taking the ride there, so a bit of weight coming off. Expect him to go pretty quick, I think. Sparkling Night is another who can show pace. I mean, look, it's a 1,000-metre race, so they're going to go quick and show pace. And Beauty Destiny, Paul, well, he's the horse very much in focus. I imagine he'll be up there in the vanguard as well.
Yeah, look, he's got a bit of early speed. Team Spirit's has to come across, so he might just try and get a bit of cover. He's another one that likes to race on pace. And Midas Touch just had the one start, and I think he'll be held up.
We're going to hear more now about the horse in focus that does like to shake the tail feather. It is a Beauty Destiny and his rider, Zach Purton.
I think we're all a bit disappointed in his performance, but he's a young horse, he's inexperienced. He doesn't really know what he's doing, so we're not going to convict him too early. I don't really think the distance is the issue with him. I just think mentally it's how he applies himself. His trial going into his first run I thought was very good. Obviously we've seen what he did on race day, and then his last trial I thought was pretty poor, so at the moment he's a bit up and down in what he's giving us. I think he's going to improve with racing. I don't necessarily think going up the straight or around a corner is going to solve any problems for him at the moment, but I think the more he races the better he should get.
Zach Purton there on Beauty Destiny. We move on though, Nick, to some replays now, and we start with Amazing Rocky running second, Team Spirit third, and Sparkling Night was a winner 2 starts ago, but then backed it up with this 10th.
He did, yeah, so couldn't quite sort of carry on that winning form. Look, this was obviously the race in which Dream Winner absolutely bolted up, but Amazing Rocky was good in defeat. Interesting, look, Benno's opted to book Ellis Wong, so he's taking £10 off, which is going to be a big help to him. And Team Spirit, the 8-year-old, Paul's on a cheeky race.
Yeah, I'm going to put him in on a minor line Team Spirit because he's very consistent, and I thought it was a good run there.
Knowing, Paul, that Sparkling Night's failed in that replay, do we get the form from this race on the wet track and just throw it right out the window, or keep Midas Touch with some respect after they first start 5th?
I'm going to keep Midas Touch with a bit of respect because he did race well, trial well leading into this race. Look, I don't think he was suited by the wet track. I think Strathpeffer was. So that's why I'm more inclined towards Midas Touch than Strathpeffer.
Yeah, I know it's a rare occurrence, but I do tend to agree with you there, Paul. I think Midas Touch will be better on the better ground. Look, he's only a 3-year-old. He's only had 1 run, so his trial since has been good, and look, they thought enough of him to send him off favourite. So I'm willing to give him a chance now on better ground.
Okay, forgive for Midas Touch. And finally, Nick, the first start Universal Pursuits had the 3 trials. He's a member of the Francis Loy stable. And we're heading to Chung Fa to look at his most recent trial. It was just a field of 3.
It was just a small field, so hard to really gauge too much from it. But the manner in which he's gone about his job, I thought, was okay, without getting too carried away. His dams produced a couple of winners. One of them was Flying Victory, Paul, who won here in Hong Kong. So he's an interesting runner on that angle.
Yeah, £1,067, but he's been slow away in all 3 of his trials, which sort of worries me a bit on debut.
All right, especially down the straight over 1,000 metres. That's the boys' thoughts for the second race. Are you going to shake that tail, Paul?
I am. Look, no, I think he's just an immature horse that plays up a bit. We've all done that in the past, so I'm going to stick with him. Beauty Destiny, he's on top, and the more experience he gets, the better I think he's going to be. So let's give him another chance. Don't want to sack him too early. He's on top. Midas Touch, he's in there for second. Amazing Rocky and Team Spirit coming out of that same race, 5, 6, 1 and 4.
Yeah, I've gone the 6 here, Midas Touch. I think just getting onto a sounder surface will suit him. Look, in for second goes Beauty Destiny. Now, the fact he's done it from the outset sets alarm bells ringing for me. But look, he clearly has ability, so he goes in for second, and hopefully he can just get his act together and put it all together under race conditions. Universal Pursuit, look, I've put him in for third. I know he has been slow away, but I didn't mind the way he did that. He finished off in that final trial at Chung Fa. And Strathpeffer down at the bottom ran a much better race last time, maybe 1,000 metres is he's calling. Pedigree wouldn't suggest so, though. 6.579.
And for Reference Beauty, Destiny is the early favourite. He's at 2.9.